feeling this is gonna end up short. So hopefully some of you know what I'm talking about here. I've seen a couple of satirical videos wherein people point out how ridiculous some people are with their overuse of jump cuts. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, then, well, maybe I can give you an example. Obviously pretty annoying, right? And yeah, it gets the point across. And I can certainly agree with the general premise of what they're saying, but still, I kinda have to take some issue with how they do these videos. Of course, it's in the best interest of the satire for them to exaggerate, but they're kind of blaming the jump cuts in lieu of the larger problem, which is a lack of continuity. That is to say, if you say each individual word as if it were meant to stand alone, it's going to sound disjointed no matter if you're using jump cuts or not. Whereas, on the other hand, if you say each word as if it were a part of the sentence it belongs to, you can hopefully manage to get something that sounds more fluent. Now, I'm not trying to promote or even condone such excessive use of jump cuts, but it's still a point. Good point. That's what I meant. It's all about finding a balance, because really, I would not be able to make these videos, or... Okay, I would, but they would be nothing like they are right now if I didn't have jump cuts available to me. I don't even know how many times I've had to edit out weird faces or just minutes at a time of awkward silence. And yeah, I'll splice together two halves of a sentence if I can't get the whole thing to come out right. It's just important to keep the big picture in mind as you're paying attention to the little details. And of course it wouldn't be a Spencer video if I didn't extend the metaphor a little bit. So, let's see, what else? I will bet almost anything that if you've ever painted in Photoshop, you've at one point zoomed in real close to draw like a hand or something, then zoomed out to find that your hand is like twice as big as the arm that it's attached to. It's hard, for me at least, to zoom in that far and keep in perspective how that's going to look in the finished product. And of course that's why I find any sort of large-scale art like murals to be impressive, but I don't think I could find a better example than Seurat. Now, I don't care if you like his art or not, the fact that he can make paintings like he did out of just little dots of color, it's impressive. And yeah, I don't mean to make it sound like I'm only saying this in terms of art or video or media, and I apologize. I feel like I shouldn't be making such broad generalizations because they're generally unhelpful, but I think I'd be hard-pressed to find situations that don't involve a big picture and a little picture. And of course, it's oftentimes hard to see more than just one at a time. This is sometimes mostly harmless, and you might only find yourself in a minor disagreement, if any disagreement at all, but other times there might be more serious consequences, and you might find yourself 10 years deep into an overseas war. Again, just speaking in generalizations. And I don't mean to say that you have to pay attention to the big picture or the small picture all the time, because quite frankly that's impossible. Like, sometimes you're only given a very finite field of vision. This video is a perfect example of that. I mean, had I not told you, would you know that I'm not wearing pants? Okay, as an afterthought, here's a bit of housekeeping. First of all, I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a while. I've been busy with my internship at the lab. I was finishing that up, and it was a very hectic last week. And then last week I was in Florida, and I didn't have my camera, and I wanted to wait to make a video. And actually, I did make a video before that. I just kept it unlisted because... well, it was more or less a poorly done political satire, and I don't feel like discussing politics. But yeah, watch that if you want. If not, okay. And other than that, in 2 days, I'll be in LA for VidCon, so, yeah. I know I'm gonna see some of you out there, and if I don't know you and you're going out there, then definitely find a way to get in touch. I have a Twitter and I'll link it, or otherwise, yeah, you can find me. But yeah, that's about it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.